Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. It is day number 5 in the Masters League today, and it has also been one of the most epic days in the CDL so far across the Super Week, and we hope that you guys have a super day of matches and entertainment with us tonight. And as always, I'm joined with a secondary caster, and here we go. New face to the cast. It's going to be Snapsa.
It's good, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the games. Hope you guys are liking how Super Week's going.
Yeah, and this is Snapsa, also known as Andy, and he is one of my friends. He's somebody that I've casted overplay actually in when it comes to challengers, if not a little bit lower than challengers competition, and currently an FA submachine gun main, looking for a team to join. But with his expertise in playing and what he knows from the game, I felt like he would be a great fit for jumping in and being my secondary for today. And Andy, I hope you're excited for the action.
Yes, sir, I am. Checkmate, hardpoint.
so
I'm in for that.
so our yeah, you're jumping the gun right into where I wanted to segue next. Now, what are the maps that we have for the rotation today?
I think it's isn't double checkmate, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Double checkmate.
Yep.
Double checkmate. Then we got Ray Control.
Yep.
Moscow hardpoint. Then Miami S&D is game 5.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
goes there.
Yes, sir, brother. And so that's exactly how things could play out in terms of the last two maps. We could see them, but historically, so far this week, 3-0s have been the story of the stream so far, and well, we might not get to see those two if the story continues on to today with this matchup. And these are two teams making their debut on the stream here at the Masters League, and of course making a debut as well into the ALG League in general. I didn't see them compete last year during the Modern Warfare Seasons Master League, and I'm quite interested to see how these two teams debut. And with a little bit more insight, Andy, I heard you know one of these two teams a little bit.
Yeah, I know Redux, a team with the Flinched and Blender. Team of those two. I don't know the other two people they have on their team. They're two solid ARs.
Yeah, and what do you think about them competing on Checkmate, for instance, for the first map in Hardpoint? Or do you feel like it's going to be a map that they're going to be kind of comfortable looking on, or do you feel like it's one that might give them a bit of a challenge?
Well, I mean, Checkmate is like an AR based map, so they probably have a good advantage on it.
Okay, and so we do have the team in Flawless here that is a roster that both of us don't seem to know. They're not they don't look like a team that I have seen before. But nonetheless, it should be an exciting and interesting one to see as well. When it comes to these maps, let's just start off with Checkmate. So you said it's an AR-focused map. What are some really key parts of that map, maybe key hills that we're going to have to look out for throughout this series, or throughout this map, this opening map against the two teams coming up just shortly?
You're gonna need to try to get a sponsor P2. P3 you need like either an AR in hill, and for P5 you need plane control for the subs. Subs need to roam that plane.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely submachine guns in the middle of that plane, on the underside of that plane, and when we saw Checkmate Hardpoint play out earlier today in the CDL, it's all about playing for those spawns on that map. As soon as you can get a hold of those spawns and get the reinforcements that your team needs when they die off on the hill quicker, then you're able to make more of a difference on each hill, and really get a lot more time. It's weird because you think that you'd play it sort of like how you'd play Checkmate Control, which is for plane control, and that's going to really dictate the entirety of how it ends up playing out. But it's not always that simple as the control is when it comes to just that one spot on the map. In the hard point, it's a lot more rotationally dependent. Obviously, when you have the P1 and P2, or P1 and P3 being that plane itself, the plane will be that focal point, and for the most part it is going to end up being like the most one of the most crucial places on the map to kind of either watch out for players to be on, or make sure your team is on it, and making sure that they're keeping their tabs on that one. So just because we have a little bit of technical issues with the lobby right now, we are going to cut to a quick break. I'm going to throw you guys the map screen so you guys can see that, but we'll be back shortly with the actual action. Okay, folks? So be right back. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, and back on us here. We are about to get this matchup started here. We have finally been able to get the hosting stuff set up, and the players in the lobby, and the map is loading up. We are going to be going into checkmate for the first map. Those of you guys that have missed our little breakdown beforehand, we have Team Redux versus Team Flawless, and let's just jump straight into the things here. Team Redux. They are going to be playing with Snopsh and Shinopsh. I don't know what you want to say on that one. Blinder, Flinched, and Slaya. And over for Team Flawless on the left, it's going to be Rampage, Raven, Fatal, and Prodigy. Let's get it going there. Starting off hot is going to be Rampage right here, getting a nice first kill under the right wing of the plane. But this middle point in the middle of the plane is going to be just a contest hotspot for teams. And that's exactly what we're kind of seeing in the middle here play out, how it's playing out so far. Is it's just been contest between the players, it's a stalemate, so to say. And we are going to see Team Flawless end up coming on top with the first engagement here. And the work's not done for them. They're going to still have to continue to work hard to try to grab those spawns for P2, because without spawns, P2 can easily become a money hill for the other team. And, man, Snaps, this one's looking like it's going to be an interesting fight for the spawns back here.
Yeah, they had spawns, then Blender and Flinch just got taken down. You got Team Flawless with spawns. We got Prodigy on a 3.
Not too bad. So far, so good for Team Flawless, as they have been able to flawlessly take over the map so far. 45 points accrued, 0 points for Team Redux. That's the big one to look at. They got 0 points on the clock from the round from the point number 1 in the middle of the plane. As I said, they did a good job contesting, but unfortunately, just nobody. The side of Team Flawless just didn't budge an inch for Team Redux to grab any points. And well, it's starting to become very impressive numbers here. This is a little reminiscent of Optic versus Toronto Ultra, where Optic just went to town on points against Team Toronto Ultra, and I believe it was this exact same map too. Am I not right with that, Andy?
Yeah, it was this map. It was like 107, the first 3 hills.
Yeah, it was
Tough to watch.
Yeah, but here we go. Team Redux, they're finally going to get up on the board here. That's exactly what they need to see with their players. Flinch going to drop 2 kill streak right there to put himself in a nice more positive KD in 7 and 4. But right now, the KD department isn't going to be what dictates who wins this map. It's got to be the Team Flawless's rotations and hill time. And 1 minute and 16 already accrued for Raven off of 2 hills. That's quite impressive, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he needs that hill time. He has an AR too. Insane.
Flinch going to drop 2 massive kills right there as we flip over to him. He's on a 3 streak right now, looking to find more if he can from this nice cutoff position here. As he's going to be looking to play for this point, going to be the first man on it. As you said earlier in our pre-match talk, AR is going to be the most important thing on this map to see really heat up. And, well, the ARs on the side of Team Redux, they're starting to heat up a little bit later here. And they're going to be getting these points back and getting closer and closer to an even score lead. And potentially even the lead themselves is Flinched. He is going to be at 5 in a row here. His teammate in Blinder at 4 streaks exactly, just on the doorstep here. And, well, we say it, and it looks like his opponent will spray it. Blinder and Flinched will both get taken off the map. And here we go. Team Redux. They're going to be finding some woes here as Team Flawless once again on the point and looking to put a bigger difference between them once again.
This is looking very back and forth. If Flinch would have stayed alive longer, he could have gotten streaks. That could have been very big for Redux.
Yeah, and right now Prodigy is going to be the one playing for Team Flawless over to the point. His shots were too shaky as Schnappsch is going to take him off the map and off the point. There we go. He's going to look to just play this annoying position here over by Old, just taking down the players that were over there. And he's going to get taken out while top plane wing. But that's not going to be too big of a deterrent, as the rest of his team is going to be able to still look to fight around this wood spot. And Slaya, he's going to be staying up here to try to continue to cause chaos in the back here, as the spawns are going to be in favor of the team in blue, Team Flawless. But unfortunately, Team Redux going to be the ones on the point to grab the time. They're going to be taking some more time in their favor. Blinder going to contest right now, but unfortunately not in the right spot to face off a Team Flawless member, but his teammate in Slaya going to come in hot and heavy here. Right now, Team Flawless and Team Redux so close in points. Really, what really unfolded to really help get Team Redux back into this one?
The P3 and P4. They rotated earlier. And now Team Redux is in the lead.
They're going to continue to accrue points in this lead. Now they're going to be working on their own pillow. As right now the Slay Power, like you mentioned, Andy, is what has gotten Team Redux ahead. And but this evenness right now, it's a bit unwavering between the two. Is it's just back and forth in terms of who's going to be on top of the point, soaking up time, and who's not going to be. And I'm not quite sure. I don't believe anybody has streaks right now, but I think some of the big differences you're seeing between the two teams is going to be looking like Flawless is 8 and 15 member in Fatal just having a rough go at things right now. And then Team Redux, the other difference maker over there is Blinder, who is going to be around the same level in which Slaya is slaying on the map, not doing too well in those departments. But Flinched for this side of Team Redux is definitely the difference maker for his team, and even the difference maker on the map, boasting the best KD right now in 23 and 12. He's gonna look to get himself up to a 3 streak before getting taken out. And well, we said it before, and it's all that on that rotation, and that's what's been keeping really Team Flawless in this one. As Team Redux, they're treating this like there's lives on the board and a control. I think they definitely need to start playing more smarter for hill time and for rotational time.
They're not playing as a team. They're playing just team deathmatch. They need to push as a team to go for spawns. Not a one-man game.
Yeah, they're looking like a bunch of players playing for their fantasy points. You know what I mean? And little bit of KD player playing here is as Flinch and Blinder. They are gonna be trying to work on into this next hill as it pops on open, but Prodigy is gonna be able to pop Blinder in the mouth with a nice shot there, and Schnaps is gonna be able to grab a kill in the back end. The kill feed goes pinstriped, and the team that comes out on top is gonna be Team Flawless. As once again their team play, the coordination together has been perfect. The tight play is what's really keeping them going and keeping them close. And well, Prodigy is going to be sliding butter knees all over the point, getting himself into nice gunfights. He's going to win a few at long with this AK-74 Uzi. What a dominating gun. One of the strongest in the meta, but the XM4 definitely seems like the better one in that gunfight right there. As Blinder is going to hop on into the point and grab a second kill in a row there. Looking to try to help make the charge happen for his team to get back into this one. As Andy, it's looking really grim for Team Redux. What do they need to do to really get themselves back onto the board here in this one?
They need to rotate more, and they need to keep Raven off the time. He's almost at 3 minutes in hill.
Oh Lord, Ravens don't just fly about. They know how to park the bus and sit down on somewhere and not really get spooked off of it. As Raven doing such a good job in getting that hill time, 2 minutes and 27 seconds of glorious hill time for his team. As they're past 220 points. Team Redux falling behind by a considerable margin, but as I'm saying, giving them some negativity, they're going to show us some positivity by getting onto that point. And that nade is going to have a positive performance in destroying Raven, the man who you said needed to not be on the hill for Team Flawless, for Team Redux to get back into this. And he was kept off of it there on that push, and that's going to help get Team Redux a ton of time. But again, this rotation over is going to be all Team Flawless, and if they can hold this hill for another 30 seconds, they got themselves a first map in the bag.
Team Redux needs to get some playing control, because they have no one playing and playing. They have one backstairs. Swaps just got outgunned. Flinch is back spawn. He gets taken down by Rampage.
That could have been a very dangerous spot for Team Flawless if they let Flinch go on a bit of a rampage in the back there. But so far, Team Flawless, they're going to be able to hold this hill quite successfully. Schnapp is going to be the last man on the front line here for the side of Team Redux, but they do what they can, and they cut off the Hydra so far from grabbing points. Fatal is going to have to finish off the kill here. Nice little shaky hip fire. But Team Redux, they're going to do enough here just to get the contests in, and that's going to hold Team Flawless off and having to win it on the next hill, as Team Redux, they're stuck in a situation where they need to play Flawless. They themselves need to play flawlessly for the next couple hills, and well, Team Flawless, if they just keep working together here, they're gonna set up a pinch to kill off Slaya. That should be all she wrote. If Team Redux doesn't get into the hill in the next second or two, and well, that's gonna be it. As Team Flawless get the map won 250 to 187. Team Redux.
Crazy hill time.
Team Redux just, they might have got a really strong KD, but that's not what wins you the games when it comes to hardpoint. And man, Andy, definitely these players need to work a bit better together, and I'm fearful. I'm really feeling fearful for them when it comes down to another hardpoint if we see it in map 4.
They should need to play more time in hill. They had one person on Flawless had almost 3 minutes in hill. This is crazy.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And well, Andy, I hope you're excited because we have Checkmate once again for the Search and Destroy to follow. Let's get it going, as we might see ourselves with another juicy Checkmate win coming out of the boys of Flawless. You know, we could see right now with the performance that we saw from Flawless in the opening one, kind of made me feel like they look like a more coordinated team. That, you know, most of the time, more coordinated teams end up winning game modes like Search and Destroy, because that coordination is so important. I don't really feel like you can necessarily win it as a single individual really consistently for your team throughout it. You know, maybe, yeah, sure, you see the 1 versus 4 that Methods won for Toronto Ultra, like against Paris the other day, and you think, oh, the guy, you can do anything, one man army, right? And if he could do it, I could do it, you know. And it's possible, but it's not something that you'll see consistently happen from round to round to round to round through a Search and Destroy. So it's going to be interesting to see if this team of Team Redux can actually bounce back. Now, with your experiences playing Search and Destroy on Checkmate, how vastly different do you approach it than with other Search and Destroy maps right now in the game?
You gotta play together as a team. You gotta have someone going playing, someone watching in top fin. Gotta just make sure to not get that plan down. Just play as a team more. Just don't just solo push. Don't do what Clayster did too. Illy and Krim land the plane. Illy just go flying.
Now, do you have a favorite map for this game type, and would Checkmate be on that, or do you have a different map that you maybe favor when it comes to Search and Destroy?
I think either Moscow or Garrison.
Moscow or Garrison. And now, what's the big difference between Checkmate and a map that you favor, like Moscow or Garrison? You know, what's a different mindset that you come into with this one that you might not go into with the other two maps? Like a different game plan, I mean, sorry.
On Garrison, you just gotta play for the van and play through mid. For Garrison Moscow, you just gotta have an ARs. Just go A or go mid. We see people go mid all the time, and it works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. They bull rush mid with ARs.
And now, so then, what should be if you were playing in for, you know, either of these two teams in this Checkmate Search and Destroy? What are some of the textbook plays that we see teams do on these maps, you know, from an offensive standpoint or maybe even a defensive standpoint, that we should be looking out to watch as a spectator or as us commentating for these teams to do? You know, what are some of the standards?
You gotta play for a pick all the time. Play for a pick a bomb site, just go for it.
And ARs all around, right? I'm assuming, because this is one of those maps, you know. If snipers were an option, we'd potentially see 2 to 3 snipers, right? In some cases.
Okay. And we'll see smokes too, but we don't have them anymore.
Yeah,
smokes are ruined.
Exactly, you know. And what are your thoughts on some of these new changes to some of these maps? I believe this one had like a very small tweak in terms of like a contest spot or something on the map. I don't know, any other changes you might have found to this map, or any others that intrigue you?
Just the Crossroads one. I haven't played much of any other maps. Just Crossroads, Hardpoint, the new P4. I like it better than the last P4. You don't have to go for you don't have to go through back rock spawns. You just play for P2 spawns mostly.
Nice, and we are going to be loading up into the next map. And for those of you that have missed it, Flawless took the first map itself 250 to somewhere along the lines of like 171 or something of that regard. And once again, guys, I am joined by Andy, also known as Snapsa, a free agent in the Call of Duty scene, amateur scene, who has a good insight when it comes to this game and plays from a Submachine Gun's point of view. And you know what? For you, Andy, I think we're going to look for a Submachine Gun's point of view to start things off here on this one. And we'll see if we can jump over with Fatal, who is going to have to try to do a lot better than what he did in the hard point for Flawless, as he did not sport a good KD whatsoever. Right now in this one, Team Redux, they're doing a good job in trying to hold their angles and play for that the bloods to even the life out, and they will get it, but the trades are quick from Prodigy. So Team Flawless, once again, showing up big time here, as Team Redux, from behind, they need to get themselves on the board early to try to help snap that momentum, but Team Flawless so far doing well. They're going to get another kill. That's Prodigy on 2 this round, and everything is all up to Blinders in the 1 versus 3. He's going to spot 1, but unfortunately going to get taken out, not win the gunfight, with an XM4 against a Krieg. Now, what are your thoughts on XM4 versus Krieg, actually? If you don't mind me asking you on that one. I know, chat, you guys didn't get to see the gameplay from the first round. My apologies. But yeah, Andy, what are your thoughts? XM4 versus Krieg. Which one's the better AR? You know, should the Krieg have won in that situation?
Well, the Krieg is a long-range gun. It's not a short-range gun like the XM4. It's the main AR as a Krieg. The XM4 is just, you have to be a little bit short-range. Like, you can't be all the way back fin with a XM4 and gun someone top lane. It doesn't happen like that. You have to be a little bit close range. While Slay just took Prodigy's head off, he gave him a nice little haircut.
Damn, and that's going to be 2 players down for Team Flawless, and that's a quick plant that we see out of Team Redux. Really not wasting time to really put to use the advantage they got in the control top lane. And now that's going to be putting the last 2 players of Team Flawless in a tough spot here of having to get back into plane here and have to actually make it all the way to the opposite side of the plane. Well, not opposite side of the plane. They have to make it up into that cabin that has the bomb, and that player right there, Slaya, gonna get another kill. He's gonna hold that plane spot so well. Fatal is gonna dip, duck, and dodge into the plane for a kill, but can't get out of harm's way before getting taken down. Team Redux, they do get the answering round here that snaps some momentum, but will it be enough to help get Team Redux to actually start to steamroll towards something more positive, like a map win? That's yet to be seen. Team Redux, though, Slaya performing better in this round than he did in the previous one. And everybody on the side of Team Flawless with a kill on the board. It's got to look good. Now, how important is it to get a kill on the board for a player in Search and Destroy? How many rounds, you know, does a player go, Andy, of getting no kill before it really looks like they're out of this game?
Probably to the 4th round if you're 0-4. Right now, Shamash is 0-2. I don't know if I say your name wrong.
Schnops. I don't know.
Schnops,
I don't even know, man. At this point, like, why put an SH at the beginning and end, bro? Like, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna call you Nope from now on. Like, bro, I'll just take the middle part. Just, do you want to say it? Nope. Okay, that's his name. And Team Flawless, they're down to 1 player once again. Team Redux, they get the round win, and now it instilled some new confidence into themselves that's potentially getting them into an advantageous position in the Search and Destroy in round 3, potentially coming out with a round win and a lead of 2-1. Now Rampage needs to pick up this bomb and now plant it. He's gonna play towards B. He isn't being seen over at A either, or at B. He's gonna pop up to the bomb and he's gonna try to get this plant down. He will be nade checked by Blinder. Blinder is not gonna challenge it. So Rampage is going to get the free bomb and going to be able to get out of dodge before Blinder starts to entertain the idea of pushing forward towards that real estate, and Rampage will get a massive kill there, putting it into the 1 versus 2. The turnaround, he does not get the 360 kill onto Rampage.
Wow.
But the kill comes through for Blinder. Team Redux will stay above water 2-1 in the Search and Destroy. Going into round 4 now. Both teams have already had an offense and defensive round. You know, going into round 4, what are your thoughts so far? Who do you think is taking the Search and Destroy? We didn't unfortunately get predictions in with scores at the beginning. But if you were to get a quick prediction in right now, what team wins, what the score line is, I know it's a little unfair, but trust me, guys, we'll get a prediction in regardless. So what do you think, Snaps?
Possibly goes to round 11.
Round 11, which team takes it?
Probably Redux.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, if they have Nope, step it up.
I'm gonna go Team Flawless, win it 6-3. 6-3 Team Flawless. As that's just me. I'm gonna say it, put it out there. I'm gonna play devil's advocate and maybe make it a bit interesting here. As Prodigy is gonna be lying down in this really cheeky spot. We've seen quite a few players when it comes to playing this one on a defensive side of checkmate hard Search and Destroy. That's quite a critty spot.
That's 2 down for Flawless.
That's going to be Team Flawless getting an answering kill back as well. On to Blinder, one of the best players on the side of Team Redux so far this Search and Destroy. And, you know, Schnapp's just not shooting back right now. Sitting in an 0-3. Been able to plant twice, which has been good. But that's all the involvement he's seen so far this Search and Destroy. Really needs to get onto the board to be a bit more of a convincing success point for the side of Team Redux. And, well, Ravens and Rampage will be able to play patiently and get ahead on the board. Schnaps will die once again. And now it is a 1 versus 1 in the end. And we will see the challenge come through. Team Redux will go ahead 3-1 in this one. And Schnaps 0-4. Continuing to make his team look like they're playing 3 versus 4 Search and Destroy. And it's working so far. Now moving into round number 5 here, we are going to see Team Flawless with the offense. Now, what kind of a play call would you make right here if you were the play calling the IGL on the side of Team Flawless, Snaps, for this bomb?
You just gotta play for a pick. Basically, it. Just gotta don't throw your lives. Play as a team. Just don't solo chow.
Looks like Prodigy is going to be told to push up into the middle of this plane. He's going to push really far up, and Ravens will get a nice trade first blood for the side of Team Flawless, and that might open some things up for them to be able to play more safely, aggressively towards that B bomb site. As Ravens will find another kill in the background here, that forces Team Redux to play from a 2 versus 4 position, and Flinched will be hiding under this wing. Not really spotting much here, but he's going to catch Fatal, but the trade comes in. Rampage gets the kill, and Blinders, all alone, the man who died for first blood last round, is going to be up here, trying to make the 1 versus 3 happen. The free plant comes in for the side of Team Flawless. The shots come through for Blinder. We'll tag up 1, and he's going to be aggressively pushed off that stair, and he will even be taken out as well. As Andy, the score becomes a 3-2 scoreline in favor of Team Redux still, but Team Flawless, we're looking like they might have been out for the last, 3-round wins in a row for Team Redux. But Team Flawless, they're here. They're still kicking. What do you think? Team Flawless, they're looking a little better here, but, no attention to A so far, Andy. Why is it so hard for us to see players and teams play for A?
Everyone just loves playing on B side. Raven ready gets 1 on Slayer. 1 down. You still got someone to go 0-5 and then 1-5.
Oh,
so those
man.
both of them need to step. Both of them need
Fatal in a really interesting spot right here, up in the face of Flinch.
And he doesn't win that.
Flinch doesn't even flinch, noticing him right there to his left, and he's gonna be able to get the kill onto Fatal. And man, that could have been a really juicy play if we saw Fatal get that kill right away. Ravens though, looking like he's potentially working towards some streaks here, going on a 4 streak right here, 6-3, along with his amigo in a Rampage going 6-3 as well. Raven builds his streak to 7-3 as Prodigy gets another kill on the mix here. Number 6, that's going to be Blinder, stuck with low life right there, running away, retreating, turns his back on his opponent, and man, 3 versus 3, tied up scoreline. You were saying this one was going to be a close one, and this could go all the way to round 11, and man, it very much well could.
You need Nope to get a kill. He's what? I think he's 0-6 right now. He needs to. I don't think he wants to drop a donut.
Man,
Fatal also needs to get a kill though.
Yeah, that's true. Team Flawless, they definitely need their man Fatal to step it up here, as he is just outperforming Redux's Schnapps by one kill, but still looking like it's a 3 versus 3 search and destroy with how little involvement those two have really had on the map and how things have played out. Fatal gonna be holding this angle for information, maybe even get a pick, but I don't think he's gonna probably find the pick to start things off here. His gunfire is in the middle of the plane. That's standard for this one. And it looks like Flinch is going to get a big kill on Raven, taking him off the board. One of the best pick protectors for the side of Team Flawless. He's been getting some really great first bloods. A lot of really nice second bloods as well for the side of Team Redux or not Team Flawless, and well, Team Redux, they're going to get rid of Rampage as well. That's the 2 star players from Team Flawless off the board, putting Prodigy and Fatal in a rough spot. Prodigy backed up into the cabin here, not attending the flight, really just attending the middle of this plane, looking to find the kill so that the bomb planer can get an aggressive position up.
And it keeps the donut! That's bad. He didn't want to keep the donut. Want to get rid of that donut.
Yeah, he holds that donut, and we'll be bringing in that donut into round number 8 here, as we see Team Redux take a lead here, 4-3, snapping that 2 in a row round win streak that Team Flawless had accrued. Team Redux looking like they might have really started to catch on to what Team Flawless is doing when it comes to their offensive ideas and their offensive plays. Now, Team Redux with an offensive round of their own here, gonna play for B. They're honestly, they've been winning their plays towards B, overwhelming that player there time and time again. But this time around, Prodigy gets
a 2-piece.
A massive 2-piece, just big dick swinging, walking into the middle of this plane, chops down 2 from Team Redux, and he's like, "You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Try to fool me 3 times, that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna get myself an ace on the round potentially." Nope. That's going to be Blinder taking him out, but 1 versus 3 going to be so rough for Blinder to have to put into fruition. These are dream positions for some of these players. Blinder going to find another kill here. That's going to be 1 versus 2, but going to be dead like you said. Exactly, bro. Exactly. As Team Flawless, they will be able to get an answering round here off of Prodigy, just absolutely holding like the green wall and just impenetrable right there, as Team Redux are stopped in their tracks from pushing onto that bomb and being able to plant it safely. Now, Team Flawless been having some issues here with getting that bomb down safely. A lot of their wins so far in the Search and Destroy, majority of them have come from the defensive side. Now, whether or not they're able to actually get this offense will be interesting here. Flinched, he's going to be the man we're watching right here. Over by A, he's going to be holding this little corner here. Maybe like catch a player on the flank. Not quite sure what else is that corner good for. As he's going to look across the bottom of the plane, look to play up top of it. He's going to get spotted out by Prodigy as well. And Blinder going to get a nice opening blood. And that's going to help open the floodgates for the side of Team Redux. But Team Flawless gonna plug that hole real quick by getting a kill onto Schnapps, who still has a donut.
0-9.
That's very embarrassing.
very tough to watch.
You're looking like Scump right
He's
now,
gonna
but
kill.
even worse. Blinder. Gonna try to get some pick onto a player, but the bomb will go down without any contest, really. As Prodigy will be able to put it down. Rampage on a mini rampage of 2 straight kills in a row. Blinder gonna try to peek at Rampage, but you can't peek that Krieg. It's too deadly, but Blinder will end up getting the peek to go his way. Wow, just as I say it. He proves me wrong. Caster cursing the player I was spectating. Prodigy gonna back up into the cabin once again here. Look to try to catch these trade kills, and there we go. Team Flawless. They're so good at getting their trades. Holy cow. Can't believe it. Blinder. This is that thread the needle right over the box type of move right there. Getting the kill. When we were looking at that from the angle of Rampage, I could hardly see the head of Blinder.
Nope, he needs to kill. He doesn't want to drop it down in this one of the second maps of his career in this league.
We're gonna hang out behind Schnops right here, the little penguin that tries to get kills but just can't. He's holding that donut like Homer Simpson. He's gonna shoot out to try to get that kill. Looked like the opportunity to get a kill, but Schnops is gonna back away. The balls will recede into him, and he's gonna just play nice and passively with his teammates. Still looking for the first blood in this one, as Team Flawless is also gonna be looking for this first blood. Look, I trust me, guys. It looks like Prodigy's walling, but he's not. And those are just our X-ray abilities. And Fatal will get the first blood over onto Flinch. That's a big play to take off of the map over at A. Now the bomb will be able to get down by Schnops. That's what he's good for. He's able to get in there for the play, and he gets the kill. That is big. Taking away his donut, but gets traded out in the response. Blinder left in the 1 versus 2. Has to get a big kill on the wing. He will not, and that is going to be Fatal. Getting the map winning defuse coming through for his team. Or not defuse, his teammate will get the defuse, but the round winning kill, and the map winning kill.
That's game.
Flawless. Win it 6-4. Not the 6-3 I predicted, but still. You definitely got to give it to them. Team Flawless. Looking really dominant right here. And well, Snaps, we'll see if you're here for a reason that might break history here. Maybe we see Team Redux force a map 4 out of this series and extend it past 3. Gotta hope on that. Now,
can it be a reverse sweep?
That's a good question on that one. Whether or not we see a reverse sweep. The only team to have done a reverse sweep that I have seen so far has been Dallas in the CDL, and that was quite lucky reverse sweep they were able to get. Now, guys, for those of you that need a refresher on the maps, we had checkmate for the first 2. Now, moving into the control, we will have raid. And we are guaranteed this control. But if we do see Team Redux win the control and extend the series on, we could see Moscow, map 4, or even, if we're lucky enough, see the Miami for map 5 in the S&D. Now, Snaps, I gotta ask you.
Not the map. Oof.
I gotta ask you, Snaps, what's your thoughts on the side of Redux being able to win this control?
So they gotta just win. You gotta try to win the offense and the defense. Once they do that, they're punching for a ticket. Unless Flawless plays a smart, plays trades, outguns them. That's all they gotta do. Just gotta play the guns. You gotta get the gunnies going. Because Synopsis needs to. Oof, that was a tough one. He needs to step it up for next game. Oh,
big time. But so far, Flawless. You can't say Flawless has been flawless. There have definitely been holes in both their hard point and in their search and destroy. That's why 4 rounds were able to be won over by Redux, and most of the rounds, even the ones Redux actually lost, they were able to on offense almost consistently get a free plant on those bombs, and that shouldn't be happening. if I'm Flawless. You shouldn't be, if you want to get your Search and Destroy to be up there and be better, you also need to be good at stopping your opponents from even getting to the bomb sites to plant. Like, you can't be playing around, retaking bomb sites. It's just not a strategy that I think would be effective in the long run as teams start to figure out your team's game plans and your team's plays in Search and Destroy. Now moving into this control though, we did see a very strong slaying power out of Redux, even though they lost that first respawn game type in the hard point. What do we need to see out of Redux for them to take the control on raid? Who do they have to mimic maybe from the CDL, like sort of plays that we're able to get a CDL team wins on control raid? What are your thoughts? What's some strategies? What do they need to do?
They need to have Flinch or Blind to play like Clayster and drop a 40 bomb.
Easier said than done.
Easier said. Then
But
you need someone like Simp.
But so are there certain spots on the map? Is it like, do they give up B or give up A early? Like with offense, what are some, key things they need to really keep, like key moments or key tips and tricks?
Well, they should just gave up A because B is hard to attack. It's very hard to attack. If Redux is defending, they want them to have A. They do not want them to have B because that's the easier. A is just easier to cap, but B is whole different. It's just hard to keep, hard to spawn into because you have people playing in Tiki, Cash, L, and basketball. You'll have the ARs playing basketball on the heady.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things, like with the LA Gorillas actually today when they played against Toronto Ultra. One of the really important things that I liked out of their play was how often they played once they had B left to capture. How often they liked to play when they ran through A. They would run through old A, which was the raid and laundry. They'd pass through there and they'd play up into Toronto spawns. They'd play up into the defensive spawns and they'd kind of really try to attack the hill from L, from basketball court, and from money. And I feel like those are the three lanes from offense that's best for trying, like once you can win those areas and take that real estate and get into that hill, like that's what's going to be what's most successful. And that's how you really successfully enter the hill. A lot of times, teams that are running in from a lot of the plays coming through, mansion and pool steps, it's still just too one-dimensional, too linear, and it doesn't catch teams on defense off guard too much. Like what wins those ones are it really comes down to your accuracy and your gun skill. And if you can't win those gunfights that are in when you're coming from a predictable angle, it's really rough, right?
Yeah. Oof.
Now,
Got playing angles.
Now, one of the things that I really like about Raid is I genuinely like the design of the map itself. I really like the overall map, how it looks aesthetically. It's very pleasing to me. What are some of your favorite parts of Raid? Do you have a favorite actually, since this is Control that we're gonna be playing on Raid, do you have a favorite site? Do you have a favorite site, like for offense? On offense, what site do you want to capture first? And on defense, what site do you want to hold the most? Like, what's your favorite there?
On offense, I want to get rid of B as fast as possible.
Yeah.
B is very hard to capture when you have everyone just watching every corner. But for the defense, just get rid of it. Get rid of A. Let them take A. Just worry about B. Raid is the fan favorite map that everyone loved it since BO2. Brought it back.
You've heard this from Andy time and time again. That B site is so important. And well, jumping into this one, we are going to be on board with the offensive team in Flawless here, who are also your team with the lead. They are up 2-0 in the series so far, about to potentially make it a 3-0 series win and continue our pattern, our trend of 3-0s in this league so far on streamed matches. Now, Rampage is going to be playing really risky over here to try to stay alive over by the site. But Team Redux will be able to hold off the push to A initially. Now, Schnops, he's going to be looking to take out the player's top art. And he is showing up a lot better this time around. Fashioning a 3-1 and flinched. Going 2-0. Blinder doing the magic over there too. Going 3-0 but getting cut off. Just there, breaking that 3-0 streak here and flinched. He's going to get into a fight right there. Try to win a cheeky gunfight too. And it looks like this is Team Flawless's opening over at A. That they can start to take some sorts of pressure there. And man, look at that. A gets all the attention for a moment. And now B can just get stacked upon by two players. This split up is working so successfully for the side of Team Flawless.
Slipping players money.
Man, we're gonna get a stack of 3 players over at B here. This player in money is gonna have to get taken out first, but he doesn't come out to contest in time, and that's gonna be B getting taken right away by Team Flawless. And that's exactly the setup for success on offense that you were saying needed to happen. You needed to see that A site be left to last. You know, it's like when you divide your plate at dinner with the veggies and the meats. You got to go for the meat at B and then eat your veggies last. And that's going to be over at A. And, well, Team Flawless, they're looking like picky eaters here. And, well, they're going to finish their meal potentially if they're able to grab some more kills here. But the life disparity is actually getting out of hand now.
There's a 5-life disadvantage for Flawless. You need to get the pick, then you get the trades, then you win their gunfights. You can't let no just stay in your spawn. You can't let that happen. He's doing the envoy.
He's doing the envoy.
He's on a 6.
Schnops is actually doing some damage here. He's pulling a bit of a who was the player earlier that went on streak after streak? Was that Simp? Yeah, it was Simp. Going on streak after streak on raid actually. And right here, Blinder gonna try to get in on the action as well. 7-11 in lives, make that 6-11. You know, one tick of the zone capped as well. Like so far, playing for the objective has worked out for the side of Team Flawless, and they are gonna be able to get more ticks of succession in. But right now, down to 2 lives to 10. 2 ticks of progress done. But there just needs to be more progress made on that point than what has already been accrued. And now Prodigy going to die off. And these players on Team Flawless, they're not so good and so hot when they're on their own individually. And that's exactly what ended up happening here. And like I said before, you know, now that lives are in the mix, it might favor heavily the side of Team Redux, who slay out big time in an individual playstyle. Like you were referencing before in the hard point, right, Andy?
Yep, Redux they just gotta keep doing what they're doing right now. Like Blinder working their spawn. That's a scary sight, having an A on your spawn. Oh no.
And over on the side of Team Flawless, you know, Fatal not doing the best. Ravens actually underperforming heavily, coming off of that search and destroy, pulling a 4-9 right here, feeding slightly for his team. And over at Team Redux's side, Schnops, opposite flip to the script from the search and destroy. He will be leading the charge for his team. And, well, no streaks on the board for any of the players on the side of Team Redux. But with Schnops on this point, grabbing more ticks, he surely might get himself closer and closer to a streak. But unfortunately, he's going to get taken out blind. They're going to be the last player left with a streak on the board for the side of Team Redux to keep alive. He's going to be he's going to go up to 4 right now in a row. If he can, making sure that magic number 7, if that's hit, streaks are definitely online for the player. Blinder, he's going to be chilling in Tiki, waiting for an opportunity to come out by the pool chairs, and he will be able to jump on it with his teammates, and that's going to be B. Now, being capped by Team Redux with at least 2 players on it. Blinder going to be able to get 1 gunned in money. That should be B now, getting taken by Team Redux. As Team Flawless having a real struggle trying to get these kills on the board for their team. They're getting punished left, right, and center when it comes to actually getting kills in the ring around Rosie. Ends with a punch coming in from Schnops. Oh my god.
Streaks. He choked the missile. He has an artillery. We have a streak from Blinder. No one else has streaks.
Yeah, Blinder will in fact have streaks to still play with. And Team Flawless, they are definitely budging for the side for the team of Team Redux, and it is showing right now in this control. Rampage gonna have a really interesting angle he's gonna hold right here from underneath the van, trying to find any player that comes out onto the point. And this defensive hold needs to come in, and it needs to make a difference here, as Rampage is gonna shoot from under the van. And wow, Flinch is gonna find 2 big kills right there, shutting that player down, grabbing the defense, and he's gonna push up. Oh my lord, on 5 right there. Gonna look to shoot and kill off Prodigy. The team kill almost comes in there. Not what we wanted to see, but Team Redux, they will be able to cap the rest of A, and that's going to be 2 rounds on the board for them, and they're looking like they're going to be the first team to extend a series past 3 maps in the stream so far in this season of Masters League on Cold War.
Yeah, Flinch is, do not let Flinch in your spawn. That's a dangerous sight.
Now, when you played alongside these guys, how different was their sort of play style, in your opinion, to what you've been seeing already across the last 2 maps and even this one? Or like, has there been an improvement that you've noticed from some of the guys that you played with? Yeah,
Flinch and Blinder, they're just laying out how I expected them to do. Well, they were slaying a little bit, but now they changed to slaying machines right now. But you got Slayer, who's 5-11. He needs to step up for the squad a bit. Like it's another 3v4.
Damn, and Prodigy, he's gonna be back on the point here. And you see Team Flawless, they're playing well for the objective. They get 2 ticks this time around at A before they start to make their play for B. And they're gonna have to win their gunfights here. And Prodigy gonna get a big nade kill right there. Streaks are going to come through from Blinder now, and that's going to help cut down these players that are rotating to B. That's going to stop that push. That's going to keep Team Flawless huddled up in bed, in bottom bed. And now, with the coast being clear, we could see Team Flawless run over to B and grab a bunch of time on it. But with a player dropping over at water stairs, this is a real tough spot we could see Team Redux putting the side of Team Flawless in. As Ravens, he's going to be ready for that player up top. L, he's not going to be ready for the player in Tiki, though, that slides out on him. And that's going to be something that's going to be very rough for his team to deal with here. Now, number 3, that's going to be Fatal, playing well to get this A-tick, last A-tick in the book. And he's going to be able to get it done. That's going to be now B needing to be taken for the side of Team Redux. And Flinch going to get a nice, cool, and pristine 2-piece. Can he extend it? No. Ravens will get the kill on him. Blinder going to be playing defensively on this hill behind the Tiki. And everything's up to B point now. And this is the roughest and toughest point to take on this map from offense's standpoint, especially when it's the last point left. Andy, tell me, what sort of strategies do we need to see this team of Team Flawless employ here and use to try to get onto this B point?
I need to push your laundry, go from A side, just go through back spawn. Or just go through mid half, just gotta push as a team. You can't just solo push everything.
And who do you think, what players are gonna be very vital in, you know, getting this sort of a strategy to come to fruition and to even get themselves on the board with this round?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
looking very promising for Flawless right now.
Especially with Rampage going 9-16, you know, Ravens having one of the worst games too during the series for himself at 12-21. Prodigy going 13-25 as well. Team Redux, they just have Team Flawless in their pocket, you know, in their backpack. They're carrying them around like a little baby on the back of a mother's sweater. And there we go. 0-3 is going to be the scoreline. We will be going to that game 4, and it's going to be on Moscow for the hard point. And, well, you said before that you're a fan of Moscow. Now, are you a fan of Moscow hard point?
No. That's AR City right there. Oh no.
So then
That's a very tough one.
what's your favorite hardpoint then? If you're not a fan of hardpoint on Moscow.
Garrison or raid?
Yeah. So then what strategies do you put? You know, you being a submachine gun player, what do you like to do? What do you need to do to be relevant on Moscow, an AR heavy map? Like, what spots do you want to go to that will hopefully help you be more influential than, you know, in others?
I'll just stick yourself in hill if you're a sub. Nothing else you could do. If AR is going from left to right, there's nothing you could do about that.
Well, this map is in the books, and we see the series extended to a map 4. First time, guys, we see a map 4 in the league so far on stream. Now, I did hear rumblings that there were other map 4s in the background that have happened off stream. That's interesting. But we are going to be jumping into this hard point here, and it's going to be on... Oh, it looks like a player got scanned on the side of Redux, so we are going to have a little break until we get that player back into the lobby. So that'll give me and Snaps a bit of time to, you know, get a drink of water, rest our voices a little bit, and we will be back with you guys for the next map in a short break. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back for Moscow hardpoint next. Right there on the bass drop. You guys thought you could enjoy the bass drop of that song. No, you will not. As we are back here. Andy, you're back with us. We're back with you guys. Everybody tuning into the stream. And Moscow is going to be what we're on right now for that hard point. We're going to be jumping straight in here. The teams are still with us. Team Redux on the right. Team Flawless going to be on the left. And the scoreline this time around, it's looking a little bit more promising for Team Redux as they are back in it here in this one. Not tied score yet, but it is 2-1 in the score in the series. So Team Redux, they're starting their comeback right here. You know, they got themselves on the board with one, but for them to continue and get this reverse sweep, they need to win the next two, including this one. And they're starting off things good with the first 10 seconds and more of this opening hill.
They had to hold the spawns. Flawless got hold the spawns. They need the P2 spawns. Those are the best spawns you could have. You get broken, they get a full 60. It's very hard to break from P2. Lynch is trying to get spawns for his team in the back. Move Rampage. Rampage might see behind him. Rampage, yep, Rampage got him. He got him off of spawns.
Gonna be really important kill right there, and it's gonna be crucial in the end. Fatal will drop Slay, and that's gonna be, looks like spawn control for the side of Team Flawless. Now we're gonna see if their teammates spawn up back here. They will, and this is also the changed and remodeled, well, modified. This is going to be the modified Moscow too. So not the Moscow you guys have been seeing so far this week in the CDL. They're still playing on the old patch. But we have the new patch that you guys are here, the one that's live in game for your league play, you know, and for your multiplayer. And with that patch made, Snaps, how different is this map played? Do you feel like it impacts it a lot more when it comes to, you know, these respawn game types that, you know, don't always have players hiding back in those areas that got eliminated?
Honestly, I have not played this map yet since the patch, so I can answer that one.
But what would you think?
At all.
You know, could you assume it makes a difference?
Yeah, it makes a difference because you have to push all the way in the back sponsor P2, like all the way in the back of the car. You don't have to go back stat your P3 anymore. That's barred off.
Damn, look at that gunfight back and forth right there. And that's going to be Spawns being aggressed forward by Blind, but he will get cut off by Prodigy, who has looked like a bit of a prodigy for his team so far in the maps that have passed. And, well, maybe didn't perform the best in the last one, but his whole team, nobody really played outstanding for the side of Team Flawless and their failure in the last map, their defeat in the last map. And Fatal going to be on the point in a precarious spot, and he will get cut down. But Team Flawless, they are biting back here, but flinched. He's going to have something to say about it as he get himself to a 6 streak, hopping on the point and going to die off right there with this 6 streak. I don't know, Snaps. Should he have played it from a different spot, played more importantly for the streaks, or what did he do wrong there?
Should just play for the streaks, shouldn't just waste his life. Now we have Rhea. That's a big gunfight by Flawless, killing Blinder off the hill time. We got Flinch and gold. We got Flinch running gold. Flinch and Blinder. Raven got it. Ravens 4-11. 4-12 make it.
Big spot from Blinder as he's going to be able to grab a kill from top globe. He's going to hop on top of the bus in the middle, find another one. He is pinpoint accuracy shooting these people down on the side of Team Flawless, taking them out. And now we're going to see a 4. We're going to see the 4 players of Team Flawless look to try to push. Well, at least 2 of them are going to look to push towards checkers, because that's going to be where you start to see the next hill start to load up here. As the lock is going to be on, that's going to mean that is the next map, or next spot in the rotation of hills that we will see the players go to. And Schnaps, he's going to grab the first little second or 2 before the contest of this hill. And that's 111 points in possession for Team Flawless, or not Team Flawless, Team Redux. And Team Flawless working from behind here to try to get back into this one. They're at 75, and they're making a bit of an argument that they could maybe get this one to a closer scoreline. And, well, number 3's big kill and Fatal. That opened up a nice spot, a nice opening right there to push through offense, but he just doesn't take it. He backs up and plays for checkers. You know, these little hesitations and sort of fearful decision making that you're seeing from Team Flawless, like, do you feel like this is really biting them in the butt here in some of their situations? Or, you know, what is Team Flawless really doing wrong? Like, why are they on the back foot? Snaps?
They need those P2 spawns. I don't know why they all just play for that time. They should just have like 1 or 2 people in that hill, and then the rest of them go for spawns. But you have Rampage going through the spawns by himself. There's one top police. Oh, is he gonna see? Is he gonna get the one top police? Top police is dead, so they should have spawns. Oh no, no, still 2 more.
Ooh.
Rampage with a nice 2-piece. Could he get the 3rd? Could he get blinder? No, they have a trophy in hill.
Those 2 kills though, they're gonna get really important spawns, like you've been saying, for Team Flawless, and that's gonna help them get back in some comfortable possession of this point and time on this point. As Rampage went on a little bit of a streak there, Fatal gonna be watching over from PD, and well, 20 seconds left of this time. Team Redux, they're gonna have flinched on the hill for a little time to grab some more. But Team Flawless, it looks like they will be able to get this one really close before we get into the next hill. And that hill is going to be all the way on the other side of Eskies here. This is a bit of a trek you're going to see from Team Flawless. And that's what happens when you don't get players into spawns for next and the rotation isn't as good as it should be. And it's interesting. We're seeing a completely different rotation decision making coming out of Team Redux. And it's really a big eye-opener. It's allowing them to be more successful in the hardpoint, in my opinion. Since Team Flawless, they were really only able to win the other hardpoint based off of their rotational gameplay. And here, this time around, Team Redux is looking like the better team when it comes to rotations. Isn't that right, Snaps?
Yeah, they're rotating on time. They're not pushing 20 seconds. But Fatal pushed to 20 seconds. That's not good. He should have just rotated. They need the bank spawns from P4. Oof.
Big kill comes out for Team Redux's player. Number 6, Blinders over to the side. Flinch, he's going to look to continue to grab scrap time here. He will kill off the last player contesting that scrap. And now the rest of his teammates will come in for pinches around this bus area. Oh my god, Schnapps! You just put Fatal in a blender and probably on Twitter with that play right there. As Team Flawless, 130. They're stuck in the dumps right now. 50 points above is Team Redux and climbing. They're looking like they're making this map 4 theirs and telling Flawless, we're seeing you in map 5. You guys got yourselves 1, maybe 2 maps that we maybe gifted to you guys for fun. You know, just some pity maps. And now Team Redux really showing up big time here. Blind are going to find a massive 2-piece of his own over by that hill, and that's Redux getting to 200 points just on the precipice of it. There we go, past 200 points, going to 3rd rotation of hills here. Yeah, again, like if they hold perfectly, it will be around 215 points, but we are going to see Team Flawless look to stop that scrap hold, and attention, going to be over to this new hill, and Fatal is going to get some really good gunfights to go his way, and that's going to help start to convince fans of Team Flawless that they still have a shot in this map.
And now you have Blinder in back P2. They need to kill him. Oh no, that's Flinch. My fault. Flinch just top PD. Someone needs to kill him, or else they're gonna keep having spawns, man. You gotta kill him. Flinch killed Fatal, so Flinch keeps the spawns for his team. Redux has the spawns for P2. But can Flawless keep the whole 20?
Damn, so back and forth, so many trades on this point. The contest time is going to come through for Team Redux, so Team Flawless not getting as much time as they would have liked back in this one, as Rampage going to get another another tag onto a player, but this time with his nade. He's going to shoot at the player top PD, get the kill right there through the shrubbery on that desk right there. As he's continuing to play from this bottom office spot, he's going to shoot some team shots into his teammate. That's not the shoulder you should be shooting. As he's now going to finally get taken out while he was on his hold right there. And, well, Fatal going to see if he can shoot down at Slava or Slaya, and it's just not going to work. Team Redux beating Team Flawless to the punch time and time again around P2, and that money that they're getting out of P2, that's buying them a win. And Snaps, there's nothing really
game
else.
5, it looks like,
yes.
Look how it goes to game 5. Miami.
Desperation time, though. They're going to enter in, and they will end up sweeping out the players of Team Redux away from the point.
Oh, wait. They're rotated, though. They're all rotated.
They got the spawns out for next. That might have been the play. That might have been the 200 IQ play. They might have wanted to all die out so they could get spawns for the next hill and win it on the next hill. And right now, they're looking like they have it, and Team Redux is going to bring us to the map 5 and potentially deliver not just the first extended series past a 3-0 in the league, but also the potential to deliver us the first reverse sweep of the league in week 1 nonetheless as well. How outstanding would that be? How epic would that be to get to cast this reverse sweep? Wow.
The second reverse sweep of the week. First we see Dallas due to New York.
Okay. Well, yeah, when you look over at the CDL, that was a juicy reverse sweep there as well. Now, whether or not we see that mimicry come out, big yawn for me, folks. My apologies. Might have to make myself a coffee in between series tonight. But yeah, we might see a lively reverse sweep come out of the side of Redux here. As it's looking like it's well deserved off of the last 2 maps that they were able to put together. Wouldn't you say, Andy?
Yeah, the maps are different. Look, like that. I mean, I'm surprised we don't have 2 garrisons, 2 checkmates. That would have been I mean, we didn't have 2 checkmates, but we don't have 2 raids. The series is different than usual.
Oh, and we're going to your favorite map for S&D too, right?
Oh no! Oh no, we're not. Wait, oh no, I think. Oh, we're going to. Oh no! Oh no! Not the flashbacks! Oh no!
We're going to your favorite map, Miami, for the S&D, and well, my oh my, do I love S&D Miami?
I don't. It was very hard watching that, and hard playing it too. It was not very.
Hey, both our teams actually got burned on Miami pretty roughly. We lose our, search and destroy win streak, Toronto Ultra to Paris and Miami map 5 in that series. Really big heartbreaker there. And then over for you guys with Scump getting his, was that the one that Scump got the massive donut as well on?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's for last year.
Probably last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was last COD.
Miami on Modern Warfare. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Fair enough.
I agree too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the flashbacks hopefully dissipate for you, and we hopefully get this Miami map selected in the lobby, because we're having a little bit of technical difficulties right here with the lobby itself. We will be throwing it to a short break, folks. So when we come back, you guys will be able to witness the first ever map 5 in the Masters League so far this season. So stick around, folks. We'll be with you guys for map 5 shortly. Miami Search and Destroy will be loading in. Actually, we'll be getting that loaded in right now. Actually, we're gonna have that one loaded up right now. So Snaps, we won't be going to a break actually. So might have blue balled a few people in chat that were excited for a little break. But Snaps, when it comes to Miami Search and Destroy, what are your thoughts on it? What do you think needs to be kind of done to win a Search and Destroy in Miami? What needs to be done the best for, defense and offense? Is there a preferred bomb site for the offense? That you would say we should be seeing the teams hit time and time again, and then and then for the defense, what do they got to do?
For offense, you gotta do what you need. Go for it. Do a bomb, you can win.
You gotta do what you need to do. You gotta do what you need to do. You need to shoot people on the other team, and make sure that the bomb goes down.
There you go.
And that you let it blow up without having anybody press the calculator next to the bomb.
Okay. The one thing is, Synopsis can't drop a donut. Or Fatal.
Yes. Schnapps cannot drop a donut, or else Team Fatal will Flawless will most likely win this one. As Flinch is gonna come in hot and heavy, running right through the garage to get the first kill, and there we go. The donut is lifted from Schnapps early, and the Search and Destroy. Flinch gonna grab another one, doesn't even flinch to pick up the second player, and it's all Rampage left alone here in the driveway of the hotel, and well, in some of these situations when you have to try to retake a bomb, grab a bomb all the way over there from all those crabs sort of just huddling by it, you might just want to back up and not even try to play to win it at that point. Throw a nade down on the ground and let it blow you up. And
go for a swim.
Redux gonna be the yeah, go for a swim as well. Redux gonna be the first, gonna be getting the first round on the board here in this search and destroy, continuing the really strong momentum of winning the last two maps. This is really something to see here, as Redux's momentum is continuing to pile up, and Team Flawless looking like they're really breaking down. Their team, you know, over the course of the last two maps, as they've been having more and more trouble, you're starting to see, you know, frustration start to set in. Players, it looks like there's more hesitation. You know, probably the comms are also a bit more cluttered and down as well. As, man, like, your team was up to nothing. You gotta remember that. That's gotta sink in and be so harmful. Now the bomb gonna be moved out over on the beach side here. No sandcastles being built today, as the Schnapps is just gonna look to get right over to that bomb site as soon as possible. And Raven's gonna be watching from the balcony here inside of Piano to try to take somebody down. That the bomb isn't gonna be planted over by B, so he's just gonna back up and try to play with his teammate. This is a 2 versus 4 situation. Raven and Rampage trying get things done, having to try to take down the rest, and Rampage will find one with his Krieg. Will he be able to find any more? The bomb is down over by A. The players on the side of Team Redux will just play from some really interesting angles to try to get there. Blinder will take down Raven, and that's all Rampage left on this bomb to try to get the defuse in. He's going to get shot at from 3 different angles, and there we go. 2-0 lead for Team Redux. And well, we did see leads come to us in Search and Destroy, or at least come to Redux in Search and Destroy last time around. I believe the lead, the most memorable lead that they had was, I believe, a 3-2 lead, and even a 3-1 lead actually, and they even had a 4-2 lead at one point in the Search and Destroy on the map number 2. That was Checkmate, and they actually bottled it all. And Team Flawless were able to come through and steam through their opponents in a 6-4 fashion. Now, Team Flawless really need to get in on the board early here. They can't go down once again too early and have a round disparity be too wide, especially when you're down, when you've lost the last 2 maps in a row. They gotta find some way to clean up their mentality, right?
Yeah, and you also have Raven, Fatal, and Prodigy dropping a donut. This is not looking very good for them. It's a 1v4. You got Rampage in a 1v4 right now.
Well, Fatal is Fatal and Rampage. Well, Fatal and Raven, you mean? In the 2 versus 4 here, as Raven, he's gonna try to kill one here. He's getting shot at. The bomb needs to get picked up and brought over to plant over at A or B. These 2 players are just ignoring that bomb completely as well, and they're gonna get taken out. Team Flawless, they're looking all sorts of confused right now all over this map.
I don't know where to go. I don't know what bomb to go to. Just gotta play as a team, get the trades.
Do you think it's the bright lights? You know, you think it's the bright blinding lights on Miami that's maybe confusing them a lot?
I think it's the map in general.
I think it's those donuts.
Yeah.
Well, over on the side of Team Redux, you're seeing a Schnapps. You know, he's doing better than he did in the early stages of the last Search and Destroy. You know, he's going 1-1 this time around. But you're seeing Flinched and Slaya making the big difference once again. You know, Flinched 5-0, Slaya 4-0. And if Flinched continues this, oh my gosh, Prodigy getting cut off there. Fatal not gonna have any fun either here as Flinched. It's 5-4, 5-0. Blinder now 3-0 as well. Everybody on the side of Team Redux pretty much working on streaks, but Schnapps, who's really just his prime concern is getting that bomb planted every single time we play them we see them play in Search and Destroy. And it's going to be a play call to actually rotate the bomb back through Hotel over to B side, to Garage side. It's an interesting play call. I haven't really seen play calls like that come through because it eats so much time. 30 seconds left. They got to get that bomb over to B, and they got to open up the B bomb site because right now there's still two pesky players from Team Flawless over by it. Raven, he's going to be seeing Schnapps here. He's going to shoot through the top of that bar area. It's going to get one. Will his teammate be able to get another? Fatal gets the shot punch. He's going to find himself two massive kills. That's going to be a 3 versus 1. Slaya all alone here. 5 seconds left. The bomb will not get planted. We will see Team Flawless get onto the board and bring things back, getting one round to go their way. 3-1 in the score is the scoreline on the round. On the map, going into now into round number 5, and wow, Fatal's play right there, so impactful on the round.
2 people got right there donuts that round. That was very big. Oh, we just gotta wait, get Prodigy, get his donut out of there.
Slaya is still on a streak of 5 in a row though, without death. This can be quite troublesome for the side of Team Flawless if they can't get rid of him before he gets a streak, because streak potential right here, and streaks on Moscow on an open-sided map. Like, once streaks are available for Team Redux, Flawless, they're never going to be able to play on offense over to A as long as those streaks are up, because it's such an open bomb site to play around.
This is wow. You see Slay with the 2-time scope, 2-time sight. My fault on the Krieg.
Is there a worry on that?
Just don't see it often on Miami. See it more on Moscow.
Interesting observation from you. And Prodigy gonna be chilling bottom piano here. The bomb does need to get planted for the team of Team Flawless, and well, with all 4 players stacked over to B, they're gonna have to make this play. Prodigy continues to peek his head out, giving so much information and time for Team Redux's Slaya to try to even gun him down. Now this play needs to come through. It's desperation time over at the bomb site here. Fatal gonna drop down. It looks like Fatal's gonna drop down onto the player, find the kill. Oh my god, the snap onto Blind not gonna be there, and Rampage and his teammate in Ravens are gonna have to work together to get this. Ravens gonna be the last player left on the side of Team Flawless, and there we go. Team Redux go up 4-1 in the Search and Destroy. They're making it look like there's reverse sweeps already here. They're getting the champagne out already. 4-1.
This is like very, very hard for Flawless. They were up 2-0. They were up 2 maps. Now they're just gonna lose 3 maps in a row. And you still have Slay on a 6 streak. He's close to streaks. Has to be close to streaks.
Yeah, he's going to be 1 kill away here. Great observation once again, Cotton. And, well, Team Redux, they are also 1 round away from forcing the side of Team Flawless into a series point here. They get the next round, the donut over for Prodigy here, but Slaya's going to die out the streaks. Why send the man on with the potential to get streaks out first out that doorway? I don't know why. But that was the play call. And now Team Flawless with the position to try to even get another round on the board here. They're going to zap a ton of momentum that Team Redux had here. And Blinder, he's going to be left here all alone out by this dock area here with the half wall. And well, Team Flawless will be able to get on the board. Put things at 2-4. And last time we saw the scoreline 2-4, I'm going to remind you, we saw 4 straight rounds out of Team Flawless to win the Search and Destroy in map number 2 of this series.
Obviously, we could probably see it again. They step up and get the kills. We have now no one's jumping the donut on Team Flawless because Prodigy got 2 kills last round.
Slaya 6-1, Flinch 6-2. Looking over at Team Flawless. 3 all negatives on the board here. They're gonna have to turn things around astronomically quick, and you know, it finds a lot of success really quickly. for them to even get back into this one. And Prodigy starts with a player like Prodigy or Fatal that really need to turn things around. Going 3-5, 3-2, or 2-5. Prodigy throwing out ordinances, trying to grab tags and information. Fatal gonna be up here with him, try to assist. Gonna watch the flank as well here. Nobody making any of those deep flank plays like Aqua or Classic on, on Miami Search and Destroy. Player number 8, Slaya, gonna have the spot over here to play with. He's good. Looks like he is gonna be the one to make a play over at Hotel. It's gonna be interesting to see if he can catch anybody off guard. But Rampage gonna find a nice evening kill in the middle here. He's gonna look to leave his spot here potentially. Should hop down. He will. This is really good timing out of him. As Slaya, he's gonna look across to see Rampage moving out, and Rampage gonna find cover. Perfect timing for Rampage to get that cover here, right behind the truck. He's going to be able to look up at Slaya. Maybe even take him down. The kills come through. Oh my gosh, and Team Flawless, they do it. They do it. They get another round. This is 3-4. And this was all off of really slippery play from Rampage to grab the attention of 2 players. Not just one. That's 2 players on Team Redux. Getting them to shoot and give up their positions. And then Team Flawless's extra players were able to grab those kills on the back end in the background that helped really secure their team that round. Now with them having an offense in the book here and not a lead, but 2 rounds back to back, you're looking at some newfound confidence and newfound streakage here over for Team Flawless to play with. They're gonna have 2 players with 3 kill streaks to work with. That bomb though, it's gonna be playing over to A. For Team Redux. They're going to be switching it up in their play here. Their play calls. And so far, Team Flawless haven't read it. They're going to have a player in Rampage playing down here by bomb. And Slaya could kill out Rampage. That was really close right there. As Rampage is going to continue to slide around all over the place there. And he's not going to call out for any players on his team to really rotate over yet. It looks like he is going to find Fatal, helping him out over here. Going to be watching from this hedge. It's going to be important that the timing is there for him and his team. He's not going to be checking it in time, though. As the bomb, it looks like it will go down over at A. Fatal needs to win that gunfight big. Opening first blood for them. Team Redux losing Schnops. He is underperforming once again in Search and Destroy, going 1-6. That big kill needed that kill right there. That gunfight for Fatal was really rough. It was going to be an interesting one. If he didn't win it, puts his team in a rough spot once again. Prodigy getting a kill in the back end there. 4 streak for him. He's in a 2 versus 1 position now, or 1 versus 2. He has to get a kill against these AR players right here. The bomb.
To defuse though.
He needs to get in there to defuse. He's going to get a big kill right there. Can he get Fatal?
Nah, he's
gonna
defuse.
Oh man, he should have ran and played his streak there. He had a 5.
He was so far off the map he couldn't even get there in time. Don't know where he was in the map.
Fatal really shouldn't have played for that, but this kill that Blinder finds right here, this one to me it really helped seal the deal onto Rampage at such a long range. And you were making a case for the Krieg being the gun considered to play at such a long range there, but you know, right there, the XM4 shots actually came through for Team Redux's blinder there, and well, that might have stopped Team Flawless' momentum from growing. Will it ultimately be that round that is the decider here? Team Redux needs one more round to take it all here and finish completing the reverse sweep, or will we see Team Flawless answer back another round here and bring things to a 5-4 scoreline and force another offensive round out of Team Redux to play with? The first blood fighting is happening once again. Fatal gonna drop down, not gonna get Schnops this time around. No trade kill comes in. Slaya gonna be playing around here, trying to find a player over by this A site, and he's not gonna find anybody there. Prodigy gonna get a kill back. That's gonna make things 3-3 here. Continuing to put attention on the B bomb site is gonna be Team Flawless. They're gonna have number 2 And Raven's going to be watching right here. If Flinch comes over that wall, he's in prime position to take him out. If we do see Prodigy drop down here, that will force the player comes out over the wall. And Raven switched up his angle. The COD timing is not in favor of him. And there we go. Team Redux get the win 6-3.
Sweep.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. The reverse sweep comes through. Massive, massive stuff for Team Redux as they're able to get the reverse sweep to go through. Man, I repeat it over and over again, man. I can't believe it. I'm going to be talking about this for a good while here until Monday. This is that series. You know, we got a massive change from getting 3 O's to now just getting a reverse sweep out of nowhere. I don't know how the next series is going to be able to live up with this series.
That was a tough one. Damn, I thought they were going to get 3-0'd at the beginning, but then that control just took it away. It was the control. Once they got the momentum in the control, they brought it back and they reverse sweeped it.
Yeah, the entertainment value was in here, and well, we've seen the series. It was a reverse sweep, all in all. But now we come down to the reflection time here, where we will reflect on both these teams. We take a positive out of one, a positive and negative out of the teams, and then even a player that stood out the most. Now, Andy, since it's your first time here, I'm going to give you the easier team to work with here. I'm going to give you Redux to work with here in the reflection. So, you know, give us a positive and a negative out of Redux, and then give us a player that stood out to you the most.
The negative was the rotations on that checkmate. That checkmate, they got no rotations. They couldn't rotate on time. They would rotate. They would like push a hill 20 seconds. It was not good to see push hills 20 seconds. But the player at the most flinched. He was trying to get streaks. He was gunning them all. He's gunning people off the headies. It was him and Blinder. The 2 ARs, a duo. Duo just taking them all apart with the ARs. Especially on Moscow, it's an AR heavy map.
Sure is, and well, over on the side of Flawless, I gotta give them mad props. You know, they took the first 2 maps with style. They showcased a phenomenal ability to perform under pressure and play for the objective and rotate their opponents on the checkmate. But, you know, in the end, what really burned them the most is their ability to win gunfights and to actually slay out. It just wasn't really present in the respawns. And while they were able to steal away the first one, I really think this series could have been a 4-1 in favor of Redux if you know, Redux just had one or two more hills on that initial checkmate, because their slay power was phenomenal. They just didn't, you know, they looked a little bit reminiscent of Toronto today, where they had their players sort of not really wanting to jump on hill. You know, they just all of them wanted to run out there and get kills, you know, just play kill hungry, flashy, play to be the hero for the team, you know, make their hero moments. And that's not how it needed to be done. And Redux showed us that they could play more objective based hardpoint in the 4th map. That's what was able to at least extend this one to the 5 that they were able to win. And my player for Flawless that I felt like, you know, might have been the star player for the side was, in my opinion, I'm gonna give it over to Ravens, actually, because I felt like Ravens did a really strong job in Search and Destroy and really helping his team grab a lot of picks. You know, he was that main factor for the team in Search and Destroy, and, you know, Search and Destroy, it could have won them here. I'm just so surprised Ravens wasn't able to get the picks that he was able to bring to the team in the first Search and Destroy to really help their team get over the line. Well, that will do it for the first series. Well, we will take a break getting ready for the next series on the night. Just for a moment, Andy. We'll be back for the next one. So everybody at home watching, stay tuned, because we have ourselves another matchup following this one. It's going to be between the teams of it's going to be between the 2 teams of, give me 1 second. What was in my head? Andy,
Spades Divine.
Spades, there we go. Spades Team Spades and Divine Future. Divine Future. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be between those two teams, okay? So we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere, folks, because we got more Call of Duty coming to you guys in just a moment. So grab a drink and go to the washroom. We'll be back. We'll see you guys soon.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom does its take. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in this shade. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Going harder. We are more than numbers, standing in their shade. Going louder. We are all one color, standing in their way. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing. We stay when the music plays loud. Drop below and the beat pulls us away.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host, Fortrixel here, and my apologies for the delay. It was very long and uncomfortable for a lot of you guys. It's put us off schedule, but it's not all in our all in our hands here. As the casters, coordinators, and whatnot. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's server stuff, sometimes it's stuff with Get Good. For the most part, we try to make sure that we get things done as swiftly as possible. Now, without further ado, we are getting ready for the action, and unfortunately, we will not be having Snaps alongside me no longer for tonight. Just some complications over there, but it's fine. We forgive and forget. Move on, and Spades versus Divine Future is the matchup we have for you guys to end today off. And wow, what a crazy one that we had. What a crazy one that we had earlier. The crazier match we had earlier tonight ended up being a reverse sweep. This is the first time we've had a reverse sweep in this league since Modern Warfare. This is the first week of action, and this is actually the last series of the week from what I know when it comes to actually casting the action. And from all of the action that's gone to get to here, it's been quite entertaining and it's been quite terrific. I'm very excited to see how the rest of the league develops and how the rest of the teams compete against each other. Some of those 3-0 record teams, it's going to be interesting to see how they actually play off against one another in their future matches of the league. Now, coming into this one, we don't have information on either of the teams, but the people that are in the chat have been going off for one team in particular. A lot of fans here have shown up big time for Spades. Now, that being said, I'm going to say that the odds are in the favor of Spades coming into this one. So I'm going to be really looking for the side of Divine Future to have to pull it together and come back from being considered an underdog team in the matchup. Now, without knowing much further about the matchup, not knowing too much about the players that are going to be competing in this one, the thing I got to look towards is going to be the maps. And you guys are going to get to see the maps too before we load into them. And things are going to be different from the first series we had. The only difference is we're going to see Garrison make a debut today in today's action. It's going to be on map number 1, Hardpoint. Then we're going to watch ourselves on S&D Raid instead of the Control Raid that we had in the first series. Then we're going to see the back-to-back checkmates for Control and Hardpoint. If we do see the map 4, will be back-to-back checkmate. And then Miami will end things off if we go all the way to map 5. And maybe, just maybe, seeing as it is the same retaining map for S&D, map 5 from last series, maybe it's an indication, maybe foreshadowing a potential reverse sweep in a map 5 for this series as well, since the last one went all the way to that Miami. Now, let's get this action underway. I'm going to get that lobby started up so the players don't have to wait any longer. And gonna have to, there's a tad bit of a difficulty there, so I'm gonna have to set to fix things up with the difficulty that I have on in the game. But while that's going on, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit more. Okay, so gonna get to talk a bit more with you folks about how interesting a map like Garrison is for Hardpoint. So now Garrison Hardpoint, it's home to very rotation dependent maps, and the first one being, of course, the first one being, okay, well, we got CDL Hardpoint. We got CDL Hardpoint for Garrison. I'm just making sure that I have everything set up properly here before I actually get it all sort of started here. Just getting that underway because I had the wrong stuff selected. I'm really, this delay has actually really thrown me in for a loop here. But we are gonna get the right map set up here. First map. Y'all choose the wrong maps. Shaky face. Well, we are going to be getting into Garrison Hardpoint to start off. Streaks will be enabled, as you guys have been seeing throughout this week. And I got to get the settings correct so that you guys aren't getting a POV that is of different teams here. So we have ourselves with, let's see here, we got ourselves F. F is Divine Future. They're going to be sporting some red for this one. And they will be up against the side of Team Spades. Will be in And just like that, when things looked like they were all good to go, right when it looked like everything was all perfect and ready to go, we see the host drop. So we're going to get back in with the host here, unfortunately. Fortunately, we lose the host, but we will get the host back. Don't you worry, guys. We'll repopulate things with the host, and hopefully we can get things underway while we continue to deal with a few technical difficulties on our end, folks. I once again, I apologize. We're going to take a short little break once again. I'll throw up the maps for you guys to still see, and then we will get the action underway, okay? So my apologies once again, guys. We'll be back in for the action shortly. What is up, guys? The Slappy Special is here, and we are ready. Team Spades up against Divine Future. Team Spades going to be on the right side. They are going to be fielding a roster of Hyperion, Elite Face, or Elite Ace, and Lunar and Stratus up against Divine Future, who's fielding Sem, Tweet 2K, Ashes, and Sweep. And we're starting off real hot here with a pinstripe kill feed going back and forth. We're seeing the pistol show up also for the side of Divine Future. Tweet getting a nice pistol kill to start things off. His shot is on point with both his guns so far, as he's going to be on a 3 streak, helping his team push through to grab spawns here for tank side. And Tweet 2K coming in hot, looking like he's trying to earn himself 2K on it, and 4-0 start to himself as well. While 2 of his teammates do rock those donuts, they surely will lose those donuts soon as well, as Tweet 2K hopping on with him at the first get-go of this one has been muy el caliente spicy to start off with, as he's continuing to light up the players on the side of Team Spades. The point continued to light up red, and once again we're seeing a rotation to the next hill. It's going to be the red team in Divine Future continuing to rock it with the great start right here. Divine Future. I have so my apologies, guys. I have the wrong names up on the screen for the overlay. Here you go. Let me fix that up for you folks. And Divine Future on the left, Team Spades on the right. Apologies. And well, 54 plus in points for Divine Future. Team Spades sitting in the back right now, getting a little bit slappied up right here, as they're only sitting with 8 points, not really getting much here. Hyperion gets taken down from the top rope from Ashes. Sam gonna get a 2-piece in the mix as well, looking to grab more food for Thought, and Sweep at 4-4, going on a 2 streak, working in the back to try to get this rotational spawns locked in here. They know there's one player left. It's gonna be Elite Ace, and that player will drop from the back here. And Divine Future is showing us some divine intervention right now, going up here to 80 points and only 8 scored for Team Spades. This is looking quite brutal. The Spades fans in chat are starting to cry, but you know, it's not time yet to weep, as Sweep is here. Last player left on the hill. He's going to be playing in Toolbox as well. You might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but Sweep surely can be, as Divine Future continuing to ride a wave of success across the map, across these hills. They're just about to net themselves into the 100 points, while Team Spades still looking to try to secure themselves even 10. So horrific. As number 1 on the team, it's going to be Sam. He's going to be playing into Toolbox. He's not going to be the sharpest like his teammate Sweep was once, and Ashes is going to be playing for Hill Time alongside some of the other players in Divine Future. They're all stacked up on the point. Fortunately, this isn't Control, so it's not going to get you more time and more points in the end by having the more players stacked on it. As 121 points for Divine Future, Team Spades, they're starting to show colors of signs of purple and blue in the face right now, as they're just not able to get anything going their way here. Sweep with that AK-74 Uzi, really holding that player top bridge at bay. 4 streak for him as well. He's trying to work towards some kill streaks in the back. And all these players on Team Spades they're not looking like they're coming up trump here. Whoever picked the suit for this game of Euchre did not want to go with Spades whatsoever, and it's definitely going whatever suit Divine Future feels, looking like diamonds or hearts here. As right now, Team Spades just way too rough around the edges here for them. Not looking like an unpolished diamond, but looking like one of those rocks you find while pan dusting off for some gold in a river in the US. And while Tweet 2K living large here at 17-8 on a 1 streak, gonna turn around to try to get Stratus finally. First time in 3 points now. First time in all 4 points before Team Spades is finally able to get back on and grab some time on the board. They're going to get themselves to 14, make that 15. Like that number, it's a lot rounder for me. As Divine Future at 160, looking to make this a 50-point club victory if they keep up this pace. While Team Spades is just, their players are just looking to try to find ways to get over that hump of being positive, while Elite Face and Luna are really just even trying to break through that 10 kill mark. Right now, Divine Future, they're really sticking out like sore thumbs here. And not really sore thumbs in a negative way, really. They're making the thumbs that are really sore are definitely Team Spades. They're trying to do as much as they can to get on here, and they just can't do anything. The side of Team Divine Future, just maybe it's that future sight that they have. You know, their pre-predictive abilities. You know, they're maybe I'm not gonna I'm gonna say they might all need to get Task Manager, you know, cameras, you know, screen cams, because right now they're just putting on a clinic here. And this is definitely like, holy, this is so dominant. From the top rope comes Tweet, and he's gonna try to get the shot punch, but he can't get what those pros get with their shot punch. The timing was just not there. And we see Divine Future hit the 200-point mark, and Team Spades, they've just barely broke past 25 points. As Divine Future looking to absolutely destroy Team Spades out the gate right here. Ash is going to be turning these Team Spades players to ashes right here as he's roasting them up, burning them to a crisp, dusting them off. And this is looking like it's going to be it here on this hill. Just, there's no return fire. Team Spades, they just ain't shooting back here. Divine Future, Team Spades is like just, they're all, each and every one of their players is just spreading their legs out wide, and Divine Future's really just laying it right into them, piping them hot, full of love and everything goodness. And Divine Future takes the first map 250 to only 28 points. An absolutely embarrassing 50-point club. You know, where there is dark, there is light, but I am having so much trouble finding light over in the side of Team Spades right now. But let's just hope they can bring something better to the table in Search and Destroy, or by golly, we're going to see ourselves another 3-0, and it's probably going to be ending off the week with the strongest 3-0 I have seen so far this first week of matches in the Masters League. Team Spades, all your fans came out to support you guys. You know, even one of them trying to get your team to maybe give the slappy special, and just unfortunately they're gonna get slappied up hard. You know, there was a guy on one of the teams, you know, a few days ago named Slappin' Cheeks, and wow, he performed pretty poorly, but brought it back in the Search and Destroy. Now let's see if these guys can bring something back and show up in the Search and Destroy at least, because this was a very embarrassing start for them. Now, for you guys to see the maps that we have still remaining in this one, we do have Raid for S&D, we have Control Checkmate, Hardpoint Checkmate, and Miami still to come. Potentially we see those last two, but after that first opening performance, you know, I'll light up on the flame. You know, I'll light up on the flame. I'll turn down the gas. You know, the burners were up at max on my flameage that I was giving at the end of that map. And, you know, I'll turn it down. You know, might as well start. We'll start with a small simmer going into the Search and Destroy. You know, let them regain, you know, maybe even regain my trust, regain their fans' trust here. And as somebody pointed out in chat, you know, they're running with 2 subs here. So, you know, again, you know, maybe, just maybe, there's a sign of hope that this isn't their best that they can perform with and they can put up to the table, and that they can bring us something stronger down the line as well, in the league or even in this series. You know, maybe these 2 subs just needed some extra time to warm up here, while their opponents on the side of Divine Future, they're looking super warm. They're extremely warm in this one. Right now, I'm just fixing some stuff up technically with the host right now, so I can get everything set up, folks. So I'll play a little bit of music for now, just so some of you guys, you know, give a little time for, you know, this will give some good time for the side of the Team Spades to regain a little bit while I'm, you know, fixing up some of the tech stuff. And those of you in chat, you know, catch your breath, all you Spades fans. You know, there's still more action to come. Can't count out your team yet. So I'll be right back in just a moment, folks. So just enjoy a little bit of music. Here's a massive shout out to Whataburger, Pensacola, Florida from Chase. Yo, what is up, guys? We are back and we see ourselves on raid for the Search and Destroy, one of my favorite maps of all time in Call of Duty history for Search and Destroy. It's gotta be raid, nonetheless. Divine Future up 1-0 in the series sweep. I'm gonna be playing real sly and smooth like. This is very reminiscent of 302's Gold player, and that's Nismix, who was able to creep his way, snake army crawl up to that bomb at A and get the plant down. And he gets it done very well. Now, number 2, keep in mind on the mini-map, number 2 is going to be chilling back there, watching for any players on the flank. So far, no flank comes through for Team Spades. Over to the apartment, over to the mansion building. So Ash is going to get the trades. Now it's all up to Team Spades to try to get these kills in on those players, holding those angles as the bomb is super exposed. So whoever tries to defuse will most likely get cut down real quick as Sem will get a big kill there, and that's going to help Divine Future ultimately win the round in a divine fashion nonetheless. Very smart play. You know, whoever calling for their team, IGLing that play right there, it was executed perfectly. The timing was on point. They got the right luck at the beginning for an open B, for an open A, and now flip of the script, Divine going to be on the defensive side. So we're over here with Hyperion, one of the players on the side of Team Spades, unable to get kills across the board for the team. Now, there is going to be some attention over to A from Divine Future. So the push is not going to come in as successfully for the side of Team Spades without dropping and losing a life. This force of dropping lives, this is going to force a few players to back away from the side of Team Spades, and well, one kill will come through for one of their players. Hyperion will be alive, but he will be traded quickly after taking some gunfire towards the player middle courtyard, exposing himself, losing his giving away his position, and ultimately giving away too many bullets in the clip where he would have to retreat, and he would have to reload, and ultimately with also damage put on him, ultimately die as well and look for cover to heal up. Sweep will be able to sweep him out from under his, sweep the rug from under his feet and take him down. That's going to be a swift 2-0 to start this Search and Destroy. And pretty much the demanding in the comfort, the speed, the momentum, the violence, everything coming out of Divine Future in that hard point is still with them in the Search and Destroy. Now, Team Spades, we can't count them out. There's still many rounds to work with, and this is a different game type than a respawn. We will see the same A strat come through, it looks like, with the bomb planter, but the bomb will not go down in the same speed. Sweep is still going to be over here by A, and there is a player still sniffing around for him, and that's going to be Elite Ace, but Elite Ace will drop. We will see Lunar look to challenge here from stairs. Will he be ready for the players there? They split up! And they take him down, divide and conquer. Not the same as Divide We Fall, a team that lost early on in the week in their series, but this time around, Sweep and Ash, they split up. They don't look for clues like Scooby-Doo. They split up and they divide and conquer. That's how it goes. And great work from them. And in chat, just a shout out to Billy. You're good. Loving you, my dude. You're chilling. Keep it up. Divine Future, still ahead. Sweep, going so big for his team. That is no streaks for him because he's not holding any. That is unfortunate. He would have one right now. He'd have full streaks right now. He would have full streaks right now. But he doesn't need them. His team doesn't need them. Right now, they're steamrolling through their competition so easily. It's like taking candy from a baby. This is so simple. Team Spades needs to win a round to even find some sort of way back into this series. Because if they get 6-0'd here in the Search and Destroy, I don't know. You know, back in back in ALG Masters in 2020 in Modern Warfare, when teams were down 2-0 and they got 6-0'd or 6-1 in the Search and Destroy, many of them would just forfeit their third map. And you know, so far, no teams have done that so far in the league. There were teams that lost. There was at least one team that lost to 6-0 S&D so far this week in the league. But now, this time around, things are looking way better for Team Spades. They have forced Tweet 2K to be on his own here in the 1 versus 3. Gonna have to try to pull it out of the bag here. Pull the rabbit out of the hat. It's gonna be he's gonna have to look to try to pull a simp actually from today. Earlier today, Simp pulled a 1 versus 3 Search and Destroy out of his pocket. And, well, Tweet has the opportunity to plant the bomb. He will choose not to. Instead, he's continuing to play around with this time. And it's interesting. I would assume he'd want to plant this bomb so he can start to work towards actually retaking it and having these players actually come to him so he can kill them all off. Now, he's going to back up all the way to basketball court, and he might be able to catch out Lunar, who's on the rotation, but the con timing is there for Tweet! Not for Tweet, Lunar will be able to get him from the side. And just when you thought he could do the 1 versus 3, he could grab the kill and cycle it around and turn it around into a 1 versus 2. Better in his favor. Not in his favor, but better for him to work with. We see Team Spades get a round on the board. Congratulations to them. They have finally been able to see on the screen Team Spades won. They've won something. They didn't win the hardpoint before. I think they just need to see some sort of validation that they can win. You know, the word win next to their name, and maybe that could spark some different turn of events here as this team for Team Spades has now a very open in front of them bomb site at A. Looks like number 1. That's going to be Sam. Isn't going to spot this bomb play. They're taking this straight out of Divine Future's book from round 1. This is very well played here. Now, if they can just get a first blood on the board here, put themselves up in lives, they need to watch their back here as Sam was trying to take down Elite Ace. The trophy will take down the nade. Sweep will get a very big kill in, and Ash as well. It's going to be down to a 2 versus 4. Can we see it happen? Stratus is going to find 2 big kills. Retreat. Look to play for the next. The shot punch doesn't come out. Ash waves his finger at him, saying, no, no, no. That is so disrespectful. Ash. Stratus has a family. He has fans in chat cheering for him. You can't give him the no, no, no finger wag. That is so... Oh my lord. I'm gonna have to call Matumbo back. Because, man. Ash is taking something right out of his book there. With that little finger wag. Very taunting. 5-1 scoreline right now. Sam not doing too well, 2-4, but the rest of his team really doing astronomically well. You're seeing Sweeps performing out of his mind right now with 4. An Elite Ace just needs to check around the corner for the bomb planter. He doesn't check it, but he does get the kill. This is going to be answering kill here, making the lives even. If there was a smoke, that could be an easy defuse right there, but it's not. It's going to be a 3 versus 2, though. We saw kill in the background there go the way of Team Spades. Another one goes the way of Team Spades. So it's all up to SEM here, or Sem, to try to get the kill. Sem will shoot at one. That's just a distraction from the bomb getting defused. And there we go. The kill comes through. Team Spades ultimately defuses the bomb. And there we go. We are seeing some success in more ways than one, more rounds than one for Team Spades. I'm starting to smile and get to speak more positively on Team Spades, and I'm liking it. That round right there, they gave him the slappy special, all right. Here we go. 5-2 is on the score here for the Search and Destroy. Divine Future still looking like Titans. Team Spade haven't really cut them down fully here. Still a lot of room to go here that they need to traverse. In Elite Ace, you know, they're taking it round after round. They're taking it one round at a time. They're getting 2 massive kills there. Elite Ace turning on the burners here late here. He's gonna get 3 kills in a row here. Not on the round, but in a streak right now. He's on a 3-kill streak. Looking to get some more here. He's gonna spot out Sweep. That's big. Taking out the man of the map so far. On Divine Future's side, 11-3. Sem's gonna have to do something big. He takes down the man of the round for Team Spade in their boy Elite Ace. And now Lunar gets cut down. Sem might be able to do this. It's a 1 versus 3. He's brought down to a 1 versus 1. Though he needs to defuse. The last player left, Hyperion, up top, watching from in and behind. Laundry. Hyperion gonna miss his stun. This is gonna stun himself shortly. He's gonna shoot a bit. Oh my, no way! He gave away his position shooting at the bomb. The bomb gets hopped by Sem, but he doesn't have the time to defuse it. Sem gonna run away and play for streaks here. And Team Spades are given another round win to go their way. If this reverse sweep happens here, oh boy. I won't be able to not talk about this one for even longer, personally speaking, than the series before that was a reverse sweep that went the way of Redux. This would be way more entertaining, and, you know, what a total collapse on the side of Divine Future it would be to lose this one from being 5-1 up. Team Spades doing the dirty right now. They were backed up against the wall. They were told they needed to do it all here in these next couple rounds. Show up big time. Hyperion gonna need to grab a big kill on Sweeps, but Sweeps will sweep him out from underneath the van. Now it is a 1 versus 4. Elite Ace, the man who's been doing so well for his team so far, is gonna have to pull a Methods here out of his pocket. Elite Ace gonna have to deal with one in kitchen. He does, but he will get cut down by Sweeps, and that's Divine Future delivering the Divine Reckoning right here. And that is a 6-3 win and a 2-0 map lead going over to Divine Future in the series. Man, oh man. This is going to be a potential 3-0 to end the league, just like we started it, and just like the most of the league has gone so far. But we do see signs of life out of Team Spades. They're not gone. They're not out of the woods here. They're still present. And that's what they were telling us in that Search and Destroy, the way they were able to get those 3 rounds down. And when they were down 5-1, they were able to get 2 rounds in there back to back, an offense and a defense. From the darkness, they were able to come out with some light and some success. So I have faith. You know, I have room for faith in this control. I'm not going to guess that, you know, Team Divine Favor is going to win 3-0 in this control. Instead, I'm going to give Spades the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say, you know, Divine Favor will only win 3-1. That is what I'm going to say. So I can give them some extra leeway here. I give them an extra mile, or maybe like, you know, a quarter of it in the form of one round in the control, but I still think Divine Favor, or not Divine Favor, but Divine Future still have this in the bag. Next map is going to be the Checkmate. That's going to be interesting there. So we're going to see if we can load that one up soon. I don't want to keep you guys in chat dilly-dallying and waiting around too long. Sweeps has been performing very strongly. He for sure is making the case to be potentially man of the map and the match in total so far for the side of Divine Future. Just going to get... You guys at home, I hope you guys are enjoying this matchup. I know Spades is having a really tough run at things, but I still believe that they can at least bring us some sort of a fight in the next one here. In this control checkmate, I saw somebody in chat a while back highlight that control checkmate, what a fun one it would be to see. And control checkmate is actually my favorite control map. A fun fact for those of you that want to, do trivia ever on, what are Chase's favorite maps in modes combinations. Well, for me, it's checkmate control, and I'll tell you, it's one of the most clean and clear and simple ones. It's very straightforward. It's everything to do about that plane. If your team can win and control the plane, you will control the map ultimately and the points. So as long as we see, as long as the offense have 1 to 2 players on the plane or in the plane, then you're good. If you got those controls, or especially across the wings of the plane as well. Once you got the plane controlled, then you can take off. And I don't mean, and I didn't intend the pun, but I guess it was a good pun there. Now, thank you guys so much for your waits through all of the delays and whatnot. But we are going to be jumping into the action right now. So, for those of you expecting, or not expecting, for those of you here still cheering for Spades, you guys got to drop your hashtag Spades wins or SPA wins in chat for Team Spades. And if you're here for Divine Future to win, well, you can throw up your hashtag Divine Swaggers if you want, because they're swaggering, they're living in style right now. They're styling on these Spades players over and over again in this series. They styled on them in the hard point heavily in the Search and Destroy. They had a dominant 5-1 scoreline at one point and still closed out the map. Ended up being 6-3, but 5-1 still absolutely swaggering. And we're gonna be jumping into the action. We're going into the map. It is checkmate control. Teams are on the same sides as they were at the beginning of the series. Right side, left side. Team Spades on the right, Divine Future on the left. And starting off strong is going to be Team Spades. So they're coming out hot. They're coming out heavy. They're like, Team Divine Future, you guys were able to talk so much smack. And, you guys were able to win so heavily in the hard point. But our mode is the control. We're giving the defense. We're going to make use of that defense. But as much as they were able to talk heavy in the plane, they're no longer living heavy right now and living large. As we're seeing the side of Divine Future put them down like a sick dog right now, a sick puppy. As we're seeing the B point and A point get capped at the exact same time. Sweeps winning a 1 versus 2. Well, closing out a 1 versus 2 in a 1 versus 1 fashion on the B point as well. He might just get another tick all to himself here, but he won't. Instead, 8 is going to get capped first. We're going to see B given its attention now by the side of Divine Future, but And they might not even want to play for that. They might just play to slay and to get the kills to come through and win that in that fashion. As SEM is staying alive in the back, a threat that needed to be dealt with by Team Spades, and they're finally able to deal with him. Now, we are going to see Divine Future continue to push on through and outslay their opponents here. Sweep going to come in hot here. The offense is playing like defense at the moment. They're just having that easy of a time right now. The side of Team Spades, so much trouble right now. They've been finding themselves in. Ash being slippery as ever on the point. Sweeps is going to be working with Tweet to get onto this point, and they will be able to get on here. They can double stack onto it and really finish this tick in a quick fashion here. As Tweet is going to jump on a little bit, get a little bit of vision, get a little bit of action. But there we go. This should be it. Divine Future do get this opening round on the board here. Now, definitely, this is a bit of a wake-up call. If you were Spades, if you were any of the players on Spades that came into this one, into this league, into this this matchup, thinking that this would be a bit of a walk in the park, and it's not. It definitely is not. You guys are getting absolutely beaten and battered. But this is all learning experience for these teams that are competing in a tournament like this and in a lot of other online amateur tournaments. This is all for experience and learning. So as much as I love to, roast for the sake of entertainment and all that, I hope that these teams don't take it too personally and maybe take this and use it like Clayster, for instance, as gas to help fuel better performances in the future, to fuel more productive practice, more passion to progress and to improve. So Divine Future, they're putting down a big slapping on the side of Team Spades, but does this mean Team Spades is going to be the bottom tier team of the entire league? No. Right now, Team Spades is doing what they can. They're doing the best they can, and they're warming up to this league, having to go against potentially the team that could be the best team in the league. They're making a strong case for it right now with how successful they're playing against the Spade side. Or they could just be the best team potentially of their pool. And, for Team Spades, they're getting the matchup against them out of the way early. So they're going to be able to take a lot into the drawing board to learn from. And hopefully they look over these VODs, you go to theater mode, see where they were broken, all the weaknesses that they have been exploited on their end by Divine Future. But here, Team Spades is finding some holes to work with in Divine Future's defense, and they were nearly able to capture A there off of some great ingenuity and play and rotational strategy. But the time is just not with them. The lives are looking better this time around, even though they're on offense as well. But it's just not it. Yet the time is going to be stopped here. And if they can stack onto this point and finish off the ticks here, Stratus going to be working with his teammates, and that's going to be A secured. There we go. Little victories. Step by step. Piece by piece. Puzzles maybe going to come together in favor of Team Spades. I don't know. An optimism says optimistic things, and I'm just trying to be optimistic here. Team Spades not looking too bad here. They're looking better than what was expected to come from them. At least I expect them to get one round on the board, and right now they're making a close one here. They're making this a close round. Team Divine Future, they're even in lives with Team Spades here. This is the closest I've seen these two play out in a respawn, so far. As the trades are going back and forth, the kill feed goes pinstriped, and Team Spades sees themselves on top here with one life. It gets evened out. Lunar needs to get a kill on Sem there. Doesn't get it. Hyperion on the point, getting taken down by Tweet. Now, there's not a lot of lives left for Team Spades. They're down to 3 left. And with 18 seconds left as well on the clock, this is not looking good for them. Hyperion needs to get the kills onto Sem. Sem living large on a 5 streak to end the round. This could be really brutal, guys. You might need to shut your eyes if you guys are Spades fans, because it's 2-0 up right now. There's defense is back in the hands defense is in the hands of Spades, but last time around the offense for the side of Divine Future, that offensive round went by faster and ended faster than this just this past round right here, where your team had defense. So where Divine Future had defense. So putting Divine Future back on offense, looking like their favored side, their better side, really, out of the two so far in this checkmate. It's going to be interesting here to see how the trades go in the middle of the plane. It goes even for now. It is going to stay even for a bit, but in the end, I think Divine Future just narrowly comes out on top in the trades. Now they can pressure 2 points at once. This is good. This is going to maybe help split up the defense. It will for now. Middle of the plane control is what is being played for by these players from Team Spade. This is good. Work on the textbook basics here. Play for the basics to try to get that stuff down here. Hyperion gonna help get rid of what progress has been put on to B so far, as that B tick did not come through fully. Hyperion continuing his streak. Hyperion looking very strong to start off this round. This is good for them. Tweet gonna stand on the point, try to contest it. The contestant's gonna be cut away. Team Spades, their lives are close with Divine Futures, but Divine Future is still just a few steps ahead of them. Lives are just narrowly different here. Team Spades on the defense here with 30 seconds left. They can hold off these pushes from Divine Future. They will be able to get a round on the board. This is some big stuff from them. The time will be stopped over at A and B. So the side of Team Spades really just needs to find a point, pick a point here at this point. And they need to just focus on killing off that point, because they're losing a lot of lives right now. And this time is going to be, it looks like it's going to be the only way they really see themselves coming out as victors here, is by getting the time to go their way. And once they get another minute here to work with, that could be just it. That could be the Oy Dios Mio moment that Team Spades finally voice about. And Divine Future looking really strong here. They're poised to close things out over on this B in a quick fashion here. The trades are coming through. Sweep will find one. He will sweep one away. Sam will sweep another. And there we go. That is Divine Future putting a 3-0 on the series in the control and in maps total here. Massive work from them to really start off their season here with the ALG League on the right foot and on a very dominant note as well. After really strong 3-0 performances out of multiple other teams within the league so far this opening week. And Divine Future are looking very good. Now the side of Team Spades, they're looking shaky. But there are other teams in the league that also look very shaky. So they have a few other teams that I'm looking at that they could potentially have that opportunity to win a series against, to help boost some of their confidence and help maybe start steering them in a better direction to move forward in the ALG League. Help them warm up to the league more. Like somebody had mentioned in chat, it's one of their first times in a more higher profile, higher profile, I say that loosely, tournament or league. And so this is just something they got to get used to, maybe being a bit in the limelight here. So congratulations to, once again, the side of Divine Future. And now this is the reflection time that I like to put in at the end of every series, just to cover a few little things on both the teams, the positives and negatives. We're looking at Team Spades. I dissect them first, give them, some of the positives of the doubt I give them, they number one, a positive is they were able to make things a little closer than comfortable for the side of Divine Future in the Search and Destroy, and they did that with substitutes. Come on. 6-3 ending, that's a lot better than the 5-1 and that it could have been 6-1. They iced up on 2 rounds to bring it closer. Big congrats on that. This is they showed that they had something to bring to the table in making some of those rounds into control closer than expected, especially, the last two that I felt were a little bit closer, drawn on for a little longer. So now that's big. That's great. And so we'll see how they can do to, what they can do to improve more this league and, improve their record. From what I've heard from a mod in chat, Ray, one of the standout people in behind the scenes at ALG, he's informed me that Spades has won a series so far this league, off stream though. So maybe, that's going to help them. It'll help them, offset this loss, which is good. They'll be in 1-1 record. But hopefully, they can take that win and now this loss, and it can really work well in helping them build better strategies moving forward to deal with some of these higher tier opponents, right? Now, negatives, a lot across the board. You can chalk it up to nerves, but at the end of the day, Search and Destroy, they just got absolutely obliterated, stomped. Control, absolutely obliterated, stomped. And in both, they just need more practice. Search and Destroy rotations just not on the priority list. Gunfights, the team wasn't really coordinatingly hitting things together successfully. Their breaks were very lackluster, and they need to work on their breaks and their rotations massively. Then you're looking over on the side of now taking it away from Team Spades and looking over at Divine Future. Massive work from them, outslaying all the maps, Search and Destroy included. Definitely so much positivity to look at from them, but the negativity I give them is, of course, going to be their Search and Destroy, because they were able to give away and not clutch up and really continue to close out their victory, their lead, when they had that 5-1. Even losing the one round that they lost, they shouldn't have lost it either. Some of those rounds were just off of too risky plays, and and players going off and trying to do some hero stuff. Then at the same time, you look over into their control, and it could have been done a lot more smoother. Genuinely, especially their defense, it didn't need to come to be that tight, and they could have definitely have stopped Spades from capping at least the A point. Sure, they stopped them from capping B as well, but they didn't even need to get them the A point. They should have closed it out on time just alone, and even lives. They should have slayed out and not even had it come down to time being the factor to stop the side of Spades from winning either. They should have just been able to flat out slay out, and they didn't. So, just working on that aggression, working on the being able to close out when you have the other team when you have them just pressed up against the wall in the corner so bad, you just don't light up. Keep that pressure in. It's gonna help you down the line in pressuring those stronger teams and not letting off, because once you make those mistakes with some of the stronger teams, you give them an inch and then they'll take a mile. So, but all in all, they performed so successfully, and the man of the absolute series had to be Sweet, man. The man, he swept me off my feet, bro. He swept me off my feet. He carried me. He took me out as his Valentine, bro, today. That's what I felt. I felt like he took the whole chat out as his Valentine, because he gifted us some of the most excellent gameplay today out of him. So beautiful. Real treat to watch. And now, all of you guys at home tuning on in, thank you guys so much for tuning on in and catching the action today. Those of you that stuck around after the first series, hats off to you guys. You guys are make a huge difference here in our community, on our streams. My cat's super happy that you guys tuned in. You could hear him cheering and talking all happy. Like, now, if you could give a shout to myself on Twitter, send me a follow. If any of you guys are looking for a player, a submachine gun star to put on your bench, maybe even try out for your main roster to help your teams improve their position in the league and their performances in the league, definitely hit up my boy Snaps. He was on the desk for map 1, off the desk for map not on the desk for map 1, on the desk for matchup 1 today. And he was off the desk for matchup 2, so the one that just went down. So definitely give him a shot. He's a nice submachine gun player. Can IGL, can also sit back and be a sheep that gives a bit of, that just baws when needs to baw, you know. So give him a shout as well. But thank you guys so much. Make sure to follow both these teams on their social medias, and of course all the social medias of ALG League that make it happen. And I will see you guys in the next stream next week, as I'll be back on Monday with more action coming your way. Week number 2, gonna spice things up. Those 3-0 teams gonna start, those teams with the 1-0s, they're gonna start losing them because they're gonna have to go up against each other. Oh boy, oh boy. See you guys in the next week.